Lilibet Diana and that christening, what really went on behind the scenes at Frogmore Cottage in Windsor. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of Yorkshire. Behind me here is the bandstand of Dewsbury. Do you remember when bandstands were palatial? Yes, now we've got sort of, well, what is it? A canopy. But every summer, they do have some of the well-known Yorkshire brass bands come in on certain days to play underneath it. I love a brass band, don't you? It really says Yorkshire, doesn't it? Are you a brass band fan? I'd love to know, because it's still one of those things where you see these ads, don't you, posted when you're local and asking for people to join if you can play an instrument, stuff like that. When you were younger, you were always encouraged to play an instrument to try and join some kind of band. And up here in Yorkshire in the north, it is always a brass band. And here, as I say, is Dewsbury's now bandstand. They used to have many, in fact, across parks, all that sort of stuff. Wonderful times, weren't they? Free concerts, really. We like that word, don't we, if you're in the north? Free. Back as ever, though, to your breaking ball story of the day. This is a rather quite a sad story in many respects, because it all centres upon, the ongoing battle between Harry, Meghan and the royal family, and what they couldn't have and what they could have. And if you recall a while back, Prince Harry openly discussed, and as ever we have to say allegedly, the opportunity about having his daughter christened in St George's Chapel at Windsor, the same that was with, of course, his son Archie. And of course the picture that followed on was a wonderful magical picture of the christening afterwards, with the then Duke of Edinburgh, Her Majesty the Queen and all close family members. Now, when Harry and Meghan returned back to the United Kingdom, it was hoped that this could have followed through again for Lily Diana. And let me explain. As we now know, on the Saturday, which was Lilibet Diana's first birthday, they were having what they call a backyard picnic, and people were allowed to come in and out at any time that they fancied. There was no real formal address to that. Rather strange in royal circles, because as we know, people like Prince Charles's diary are timed to the minute. So, he can't just drop things and go over. But according to a very good source, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle hoped that this could have been relented and they could have had their child, well back in the United Kingdom, finally christened in a place that they wanted. But it wasn't to be. Or was it? Because once again, there's a lot of mystery surrounding this. Now, what we do know is that the whereabouts of Our Gracious Majesty the Queen, she wasn't very well at that particular day. So, the stories about her popping back and forth to Frogmore Cottage for coffee and cookies really is not true. As I say, the royals have a very detailed diary. But according to a very good source, Harry and Meghan, as I say, truly wanted to get this particular, situation resolved while once over here. But for now, the royal press office and the courtiers are keeping very tight-lipped. And as we know in royal circles, when things tend to shut down, something could have gone on. But more importantly for Harry and Meghan, it didn't seem to be the case, because rather abruptly, they then decided, once they'd appeared in their regulated stints within the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, that they were up and off, back on a private jet, back to California, and a life that they seemingly now feel more comfortable with. Either way, what does appear to be is the mystery of the christening, and Lilibet Diana rolls on. But one thing is for sure, Harry and Meghan both really wished for their child to be christened in the same place that their son was. So did it happen? Neil Sean in the very heart of Dewsbury.